Hey guys, my name is Weston. Today I will be teaching y'all how I made my tabletop pinball machine. Alright, let's get started. Let's see. I did I dissected the Merchant Ambassador pinball machine. The ball that it comes with isn't good, so I ordered these on Amazon. Let's see. For the phone holder, I bought this one, used a wire cutter, cut it right here, and then I super glued right here. And then the poster frame, I bought it at Target. I recommend going in person so you don't have to pay for shipping. And then 12 by 8, 13 by 19 is the length and width. And then 12 by 18 is the inner part of the frame. There's also two bigger sizes, but I prefer this size. And then I bought the sides where I put the stickers on with this plastic on Amazon, which I use a ruler, I think Sharpie, and then a box cutter to shape the sides, and then super glued them. And then bought the plunger on AliExpress, and then I Sharpied the end black, and then I got rid of this yellow part. Then I was able to get this this pinball machine. There is another color which I actually used for my machine. I screenshotted this one because it was cheaper at the time, but at the moment they are around like $45, I'd say. Let's see. So either get this machine or the other one. It's just different colors. But I ended up using a metal handsaw. You might be able to use a reciprocating saw. It's a lot of work with a handsaw, but I ended up where my clicker is. Let's see. I ended up cutting across here. There is a motion sensor, so when you lose a ball, like around here, so when you dissect it, you have to move the wire from here to this side to separate the spring side from the electric side. So I cut it right here, and then you have to cut the walls of it. And then I use Jenga pieces I had at home for the triggers that I glued on to the mechanism that I used for the let's see, the Merchant Ambassador part, the flip, what did I say, the flippers. Anyways, I used these for that, and I also used these for the supports for the lift targets. And then I used Gecko Run, the loop, which I painted using a light brown acrylic marker And then I ended up using a dark Sharpie for the squares for the theme. And then just a tool set. You'll need like scissors, ruler, and a small screwdriver and a bigger screwdriver. I did buy these, but I ended up using rubber bands for the lift targets, which is less stress while the marble hits the mechanism. So I don't think this is really recommended. Just probably going to like the dollar store and buying colored rubber bands is good enough. And then the characters I got on AliExpress. The tails, that's the exact one I have. And then for the Sonic, I used another Sonic because I was going to use what's his name, Eggman, but it ended up not working out. And then also on AliExpress, I've noticed after the first purchase, sometimes they bump the prices up. For example, when I bought the pinball plunger, ended up being $1.30, and then I looked at it again in the future, and it went up like $3.90. So watch out for that for this app. I had wood blocks, but these are similar ones. You can buy these for the ramps, the triangle ramps, and paint them if you want. I'd recommend either getting a custom 12x18 poster or find one on Amazon that's already printed. And then I ended up not laminating my poster, but I wish I did in the end. At the time, I didn't laminate it to save money, but you can go to Staples and it's probably, I think it's like estimated $15. Yeah, I recommend actually. I ended up using cheaper cards, like vacation cards, because I noticed they're thicker than the fancier cards. So maybe find cheaper cards. I used cards for the putting on the sides of the frame, so the pinball would go around the frame. I used cards for the sides of the ramps, for the walls, and that's what I can think of at the moment for that. Wire cutters, let's see, then glue. I use super glue, and then Elmer's glue, which is a lighter glue, depending on the circumstance for the project. Then I ended up using black tacks for the base, where the multi-balls are, and then pretty much the base for all over the board, to put rubber bands on and stuff. Cardboard, you'll most likely have like free cardboard from like Amazon packages. I used cardboard for the base at the very top for like around 3 to 4 layers above the what's it called? What's at the very top? The cardboard by the scoreboard. I cut it in like squares. let's see. I ended up going to a coffee shop and finding a small, medium black straw for the mechanism to push the ball either left or right. I ended up using the first thing I had glued onto the square base was what's it called? Like matchwood. I'm trying to remember the name of it, but that thin square piece of wood. I first put that on there, and then I used. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, scratch that. I ended up. Let me start over. I used this small, medium black straw for the actual mechanism to bump the marble left or right, and I used playing cards by attaching the playing card pieces to the black straw to make that T shape to push the marble left or right. Yeah, here we go. The dowel rods. I ended up using long matches at my house, but you can buy these. Use Scotch tape. I ended up not soldering. I ended up using wire cutters and then putting tape tape to support it, and then also super glue. I recommend like a mask or being outside, and then with gloves, because glue and Sharpie, all that gives people like a really bad headache, and it's toxic to breathe. Metal saw. I'd recommend. I haven't used a reciprocating saw, but it would be seems like it would be an easier job to dissect that kid pinball machine. I ended up using a metal saw, hand saw, which was a pain for me. It's a lot of work and strength. Yeah, and then here's the reciprocating saw. And then with the poster, when you have to make holes to put it over the bumpers and stuff, I would use like a big screwdriver, and either use a Bic lighter and heat it up, or I would recommend putting the metal screw driver on the fire of the oven, because you want to make it really hot, and then you have to make careful circles, like burn circles in the poster, to be able to put the circle over the bumpers. Duct tape and super glue to attach the picture frame and the dissected board together. The rubber bands for the bumpers and the walls, and for the lift mechanism. Box cutter to cut the plastic walls and stuff like that. I already had this set, but for the circles, finding the right circles to put it around the bumpers to cut in the poster. I used a small nail that was in the wood to put the T mechanism on it, so that the ball can push the ball either left or right on the tracks. And then I dissected these foam sticks. Two of them, I kept all three light bulbs on the back left and back right of the board, and then on the bottom left of the board, the batteries here and blue lights here. I ended up cutting right here, so it's only the blue light, and I used 3 of those on the bottom left of the board to indicate how many balls I have, and then when I lose a ball, I would turn off one of those lights. Oh yeah, and then yeah, shout out to the YouTuber making it so, I believe. He or whoever this is inspired me to print or 3D print this mechanism to be able to put on my table. So thank you. And then, oh yeah, for these, I attempted to put it on the base of the board and have the pinball hit it, but the ball would have to press this longer, and I also dissected them and tried to do the same, but the ball wasn't strong enough for the numbers to go up, so I ended up not using these. Drill. Let me think. Oh yeah, the drill for to make a hole to install the plunger. Start out with the smallest ones, because the picture frame is fragile when you make a hole in it. So you got to start from small to higher, because if you start from the highest, you're gonna crack it. Paper cutter for the points and stuff and pictures. Use tissue while using super glue, and then tissue as well as a filler when I glued the dissected score board to the picture frame. I put the tissues in between them if there was too much space, and then I super glued around it, and then black Sharpied over for the super glue, and then also toothpicks I would recommend, and then toothpicks to help either loosen or tighten when you install the plunger. Then I bought these stickers. For the stickers on the black plastic, the first layer I used was like random stickers I had. And then the second layer was the second best of the Sonic theme. And then the first layer for both sides was my favorite stickers. Aluminum wire. I was doing trial and error with the wire I bought, but do your own research in finding a strong bendy wire that won't sag during time. Pens to use with the ruler, and then scissors to cut the paper, and then let me see. Okay, and then right here you can pause it. This is the beginning of this might be stuff that I repeated, but just pause and read, and then pause and read, pause and read. So, but yeah, that should be it for the first video. Feel free to leave a message, and I'll try to answer your guys' questions to the best of my ability. Thank you.